Hey everybody, Simon here, Projects in the Barn, and welcome back to another video. We're going to be doing some more stuff on the Jaguar XKR today. I don't know what yet because I'm waiting for some parts. The last video you would have seen was me starting to put the rear differential and everything back together again. And it's going to be this rear carrier I wanted to fit, but we needed to replace these bushings. Anyway, after so many of you have been in touch and said it's about time I got myself a hydraulic press, it kind of made sense because I've got those four there to do. I've got the four in the wishbone part back there to do, and I'll have the rear lower shock bushes to do. I'll have all the fronts to do. So I bit the bullet. I've just bought myself a I think it's a 6-ton hydraulic press, so only a small one, but it'd be perfect to do these things that I need to do on the rear axle. But I've only ordered it today. I've just come back from from Easter leave. This is my first opportunity to be down the barn for the last 2 weeks. So I'm just going to try and have a bit of a catch up, try and tie off a few things that I left last time. So it's going to be a mixed bag today. I've got no real clear plan, but I want to keep up my Saturday videos at 5 p.m. I've been on a bit of a roll at the moment, so I wanted to keep that up. So happy Easter. So I hope you all had a good time. I certainly did. Been down to Devon and Cornwall in the motorhome with the family and some friends. Had a lovely time. So yeah, we're going to just try a few things today. One thing I am going to try, and I think the first thing we're going to try today, is over on the bench, and it's to do with my coil springs. I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to do with my suspension. I want to leave it original, but yeah, I really don't know. Looking at the costs for a new suspension, I don't think yet I can justify spending a lot of money on those suspension parts, because I may well yet run into problems with my engine and gearbox because they're still unproven. Those have been following the whole series. So what I want to do, I think, is just to keep it stock, put it all back. I've got all the new brakes obviously to go on, but in terms of the suspension, they're pretty accessible when the car's all bolted back up together again. And because it is the cat suspension, I've got sensors which go on it, and if you unplug those, you get a fault code which I'll have to take out of the system, which there are cheats around apparently. But I think for now I'm going to stick to the stock cat suspension. So what I've thought about doing is refurbishing my springs, which appear to be in good order, but they are a little bit rusty and crusty. So I want to clean them up. And I've bought, I'll show you over here, I bought some shrink wrap tubing in yellow to go with the theme of the car. And I'm thinking of putting that around my coil spring. That's the theory. Whether it'll work or not, I have absolutely no idea. But that's what I'm going to try. So I'm going to try and clear off all the springs. I'll show you the springs in that in a minute. I'm going to put it in the vise. And once they're all cleaned up, we can prime them, paint them, and see about putting them over there. That sound like a plan? Let's have a look, shall we? So I'll get the camera set up over on the vise, which is just over there. There's the coil spring. And yeah, we'll have a look about getting it cleaned up, shall we? So I've got the spring. I put it in my woodworking vise because it's too big to go in me metalworking vise. And you can see here it's a little bit corroded. And those that are interested, I'm sure it refers to the spring rating. I'll turn it around so you can see it, and it'll remind me as well. Got 2 blue lines with a bit of yellow paint. So that probably means something to somebody out there. So all I'm going to start to do is just to clean it back. I've got my wire wheel on my grinder, so I'll put my glasses on. And yeah, I'll give it a clean back, you're not really going to need to see that. So we'll come back after I've got it all cleaned up. So getting there with the spring, I've laid it down just to hold it a bit more security inside my vise. And yeah, just going to carry on cleaning up a bit more. Yes, I know I should have a guard on here, but it just gets in the way between all the grooves and stuff like that. So I'm doing what I'm doing. Like I say, please don't follow what I'm doing. You make your own mind up for health and safety, but well, so that's basically what I'm doing. I'm working my way through all the springs, getting in as much as I can. So I'm just going to carry on with that, and I'll say we'll come back to it when I've finished doing the whole spring. All right, there we have it. Hopefully you can see that. It's all come up very nice. Corrosion's not too bad. A lot of it's all surface. So I'm going to give that a coating of Bilt Hamber Hydrate 80. Give a bit of rust protection, but I thought while we're here, I may as well do the rest of it. Because as you can clearly see, I need to do the bushings in here. Hopefully you can see that. Turn my light on. Yeah, so I've got these bushings to do. They're pretty toast, as you can see. So let's see if we can save the rest of the shot tower as well. So we've got the rubber boots there, and so obviously it goes that way up. It's got the upper mount. So we've got the upper mount there, which that goes inside of. So I think we'll definitely be replacing them. Then we got the plate for it, don't know the technical term, and this part itself. So again, we can rescue that, I'm sure. So that's what we're going to do next, and I may as well just paint the whole lot up and the old Hydrate 80. Yeah, so I'm going to get on with giving all that a bit of a clean up as well. So I'll show you just a bit, and then we'll switch the camera off. There's no point you see me do the whole thing. Quite enough of that racket. Let's come back to you when it's cleaned up. So I think that's almost that one done. It's cleaned up actually all right. Just getting down to these few areas I can't get me power tools. I said that. Oh, yeah. That bush in there is absolutely toast. So that needs to be replaced. But this is actually all cleaned up well. So I'm super pleased about. Get the airline in there really, and blow it all out. But I think that'll be good enough. Well, not good enough, but I think that is absolutely fine to accept a new coat of paint. After we put on some of the old faithful Bilt Hamber Hydrate 80. Step my nice clean workbench. Excuse me. So we've got, I've done all the top as well. There is a bush on the top there. Looks to be in good order, but maybe we can replace that as well. So just got this mounting to do. Oh, is that separate? Oh, look at that. There's a plastic ring. Sits up inside that as well. See if we can resurrect that from the dead. Just going to give this a whiz over. Trying to do it, so I'm not on the way of the filming. That's why it's catching. So I'm going to carry on and do that off camera. And we'll come back to you all in a minute. Right, so I've got them cleaned up as best I can, really. So we're going to put some of the Bilt Hamber into my pot. I'm just going to start painting it on. You've seen me do this quite a bit now. I'll start with the easiest bit first. The flattest shape, although it's circular, but it's the easiest paint to, part to paint on. I've only put my gloves back on again so I can handle it. That's painting, so I can do it all in one go, like this. So we're really getting to all the nooks and crannies. like so. Ooh. So you can get right down into this. This is the most satisfying part, I think, apart from the paint. Because you see it go from horrible, nasty, crusty, rusty mess into something that looks almost like it did when it was new. So that part I do find pleasing. I'd say a little bit of this goes an awful long way. Fab. So yeah, I don't want to bore you too much with that, so I'm going to carry on painting all the rest of this up. I'll come back when it's all on and dried. Right, gang, so we've got them all covered in the Bilt Hamber Hydrate 80. So as you can see, it's all starting to go off. It's going from that nice sort of purpley colour to that deep, dark, almost black colour. So we need to let that totally go off before we can then even think about putting some paint on it. Camera's having a funny 5 minutes, so I'm trying to zoom in. There we go. So yeah, it's looking good. So we will, let that dry off. I didn't know my camera could do that. Let's try that again and still record. Stay at me. I didn't even know I could do that. So that it's still recording. I'll flip the camera over. Right. So I'm gonna. That's made me laugh. I don't know why. Right. So I'm gonna let that all dry. So we can see the camera. I'm gonna let all that dry off, and then we're gonna put some paint on and see if we can coil the yellow stuff around the coil spring. And what I can then do is compare it to the one over there that we've not touched yet, and see if we can see a nice difference. Let's flip that. Still recording. It's still recording. That's a bonus. Right, we'll let that dry off. So I just moved up into my vise, just holding up with that lower bushing. Going in again with the old, got a light on so you can see a bit better. Nitro Moors, hammered metal paint in black. Just going to give it its first light coat. Like I said on all of what I've done so far. Just a light dusting to start. We're looking to cover it all with this. So it's literally first coat and stop. You can easily go way overboard with doing the first coat of paint. I may as well just continue on my bench. Painting up the others. like so. Just move it out of the way. I'll just stand that up for a minute. Doesn't particularly matter if I get paint on this bench. Got to keep reminding myself sometimes that it's just me suspension. It's only going to look this good for a couple of weeks before it all starts. Probably looking rubbish again. Just spin that around. Oh. I don't really be spending. I'll get some down in there. So much time and effort on it. It is what it is. So I'm going to give that a couple of coats, and I'll show it to you all again once it's all dried off. I will go over it with my heat gun. So it just helps the paint tack off. And if it wasn't a textured finish, it helps the paint to flow, to get a smoother finish. But again, with this particular type of paint being textured, doesn't really make much of a difference. It just aids with it hardening off or drying off. And while I do that, just you notice, well, you might not have noticed, I put some blue masking tape on the top nut of me shock. That's where the electrical pin goes in, and that top washer. So I just want to keep obviously any paint out of that. So I'll let the wife put me down a cup of tea. So I'm going to drink that. I put some coats of paint on this, and then we can come back once it's all dried off. So the paint's kind of tacked off. I've been having a play with the heat shrink, but I don't think it's going to be a go, because as I'm first straight bit, easy peasy, but it's too stiff to flow all the way around the corners. The angle that it needs, or the opening it needs to be frustratingly much bigger than that. You imagine me trying to feed that on all the way around there. So we tried, we didn't overcome, we did not succeed. So that idea is being shelved down there. So we'll just continue with the paint. So it'll just be black. I do have yellow paint. Trouble is, when painted steel like this starts to rust again, it looks proper awful, and black sort of hides quite a bit of it. So I'm just going to give it another coat or so of paint, and then we'll loosely reassemble it, bearing in mind I need some new top mounts and whatever, and we'll compare it to the old one. So I think what I'll do is, I've got the rubber mount part. Hopefully that's focused. There we go, so we've got a rusty metal all on it. So I'm going to see if I can get the wire brush on it, the brass one. So it's nice and soft. See if we can't bring that back. It's nice and supple, but I don't know. I might be able to save it. I mean, how can cruddy old rust get so stuck to rubber? I mean, it is coming off. Right, leave it with me. I'm going to keep going. See if I can bring this back to life. That is, if you saw any of that at all. Well, there we have it. Considering that was thick with, as you can see, it's pretty dark in there, isn't it? Was thick with rust. It's actually cleaned up all right, so I think we'll be able to reuse that part for now anyway. That just sits in there, gives a nice cushion. Similarly, the black plastic ring, I think we'll be able to take off any debris. Without causing too much of an issue. Definitely reuse that again. You can just see the mark on it. You might not be able to, but you can just see the mark on it here, where the tail of the spring sat. Gives us a good idea of where to put it all again. That just sits in there like so. So if I get my spring, that went on something like that. There we go, spin the camera around a bit. And then we have the top mount. But I think, yeah, that's all perishing around the edges. If you can see. It's all, as you can quite see that, but definitely need new top mounts, which is a shame because they actually feel steel all right. But if I just do that, look, can you see it delaminating, crumbling away? Look at that, look. See that? Cracking. Yeah. So we definitely need new ones of those. Yeah, I think it's safe to say compared to the old shock and spring, it looks 8 billion times better. I kind of loosely put them together so we can have a look. So there we have it. I'm going to put another coat of paint on this, which is why I left the blue masking on, but if we compare the two now side by side, hopefully you'll agree that that is a massive improvement. And I guess in theory I could always run the two blue stripes down again, like the original. What do you think? Let me know in the comments below. I think that's a success, and will be even better once I've done the lower bushings and the upper ones too. Right, I think that concludes today's video. That should be about half an hour's worth. People start switching off after that. I don't blame you. So there we go. So yeah, we are definitely on a roll. I say I've ordered a 6-ton hydraulic press, just a small one. That should be here next week, so we can do all of that. I may as well do the lower shot bushings on there as well, as I've got them off. And yeah, we can then literally put this rear subframe back together again. There should be nothing else then stopping me from doing that. I need to still get the handbrake cable. I need to order a new one of them. It's all the little things that you need to do, but it's more progress, isn't it? So anyway, that's it from me for now. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. It's a little bit more work done, isn't it? And there's plenty more to come, getting the XKR ready. I say I still would love to get it done for this summer. We will see how we go. Keep your fingers crossed for me. Any questions or comments, please leave them down in the section below. I answer all of the questions that I get asked. Give us a thumbs up, please, if you enjoyed it. Apparently a thumbs up is really important. So if you see the picture of the thumbs up, give us a thumbs up or a thumbs down if you never enjoyed it. And hit that subscribe button if you haven't yet subscribed. It is totally free for you. Does a lot for me. And I've pushed past the 2,000 subscriber mark. I'm so chuffed. So thank you to all of you that have taken the time to watch my channel, watch my videos, and given me the subscribe and the thumbs up buttons. It really does mean an awful lot to me, and it makes me keep coming down here and doing these videos. And like I say, I'm on a bit of a roll at the moment. I've been posting regularly for the last, I don't know what it is, 6 or 7 weeks on a Saturday. So yeah, I'm getting right into it. So stick with me, guys. We are making progress. But for me, for now, from projects in the barn and everything we've got going on, I'll see you next time round. Take care, everybody. See you soon. Want to see them again? Ooh. Cheers, guys. Bye.